This the man who back in 2016 consistently accused you of law breaking and actively encouraged chants of lock her up directed at you. It's pretty ironic, isn't it, that he is now a former president that could face a jail term. How does it make you feel?
Well, I always thought about him, and if you follow him, I think you can see it as well. He accuses people of doing things he himself is doing. It's a form of psychological projection, and I always thought that his record in business in particular, but then as we saw him in politics and government, he was someone who cared nothing about rules, he cared nothing about the law. So he has been indicted, and there may be others as well, but he has said he's going to keep running, and there's nothing in our current system of laws that would prevent him from running. But even if he gets the Republican nomination, he cannot, in my view, be reelected president.
Why can't he be reelected
Because
if
I think
he gets the nomination?
I think people are, more people are on to him and his behavior than they were before. He has a hard core of support that is likely to help him win the Republican nomination. But in a general election against President Biden, I do not believe he can win.
So you don't think he can win? Do you think he's a bigger threat to Biden than DeSantis?
It's hard to tell. I mean, DeSantis is unproven. Nobody really outside of Florida knows very much about him. And in Florida, they're watching him do crazy things. So I actually believe that President Biden will be reelected, regardless of who the Republican nominee is.
Do you ever worry that President Biden, he will be in his 80s in a second term, is too old for the job?
I feel like I could do the job. I'm in, my mid-70s.
Yeah. Well, you could run in 2028.
Well, I doubt that. But I think it really should be a matter of what he has done as president and pulling together the transatlantic alliance to support Ukraine, pulling together countries in Asia to begin to stand up to Chinese aggressiveness, passing major legislation through the Congress. I think he has a remarkable record. And we're living, though, Beth, in a time when a lot of people expect their leaders to be performers, not producers.
Yes.
And so is he a performer, as we think of maybe one of your prior prime ministers or one of our prior presidents? No, that's not who he is. And thank God for that, because look at what he's getting done.